Good evening, everybody. It's Nikki Elsing, registered dietitian, nutritionist, and certified health and well-being coach out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Thanks so much for hopping on tonight. I know you guys have a lot of other things you could be doing, and I just appreciate you spending a little bit of time here with me this evening. I'm going to try to make sure I give you all the information that you need related to our perspective on aging, health, wellness, LifeVantage as a company, why I'm excited, kind of give you a little bit more about myself, and then also trying to wrap that up for you in about 30 minutes so that you're able to get back to whatever it is that you are doing for the rest of your evening. So let's go ahead and get started. So like I said, I'm a registered dietitian, nutritionist, and wellness coach. I previously worked within a cardiovascular hospital, which I absolutely loved that job. My favorite part of it was being able to be an outpatient dietitian. So people coming in, making appointments with me, helping them with weight management, diabetes education, food sensitivities, supplement overviews. That was one of my main parts of my job, was reviewing people's supplements and helping them to identify if it was something that was worth continuing to take, if there was good research on it, all that stuff. I also did a lot of media work, which is really fun, and print and a lot of marketing. So I love that job, had a great time with it. I also had to work in the inpatient aspect of being a dietitian. I've developed supplements in the past, wrote cookbooks, developed educational materials, just had a lot of fun over the years as a dietitian. And I'm excited to be able to say that I'm part of LifeVantage now as a dietitian, able to utilize my skills and my information that I have in education to be able to apply it not only with nutrition and wellness, but also in an avenue of having my own business. So tonight I'm going to tell you a little bit about this huge breakthrough technology that we have with LifeVantage. This is me and my family over the years. It's been really exciting to be able to be part of this. And I just celebrated my 11-year anniversary, which is kind of crazy how time just flies. So definitely something that has been a learning process, a personal growth plan, and also a wonderful way to be able to own my own business. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to teach you tonight about different ways of being able to level up your life, take control of your health, and also take control of your bank account if that ends up being something that you're interested in. So as a dietitian, I spent a lot of my day talking to people about oxidative stress and inflammation. Those were like two of the big things. The reason why is that when you look at those things, those are very influential related to health and wellness. And so when I heard about this, I saw this ABC Primetime Investigative Report. When I heard about it, I was like, wait a minute, it really captured my attention because I love these ABC investigative reports, but I love them because I like it when, you know, they're trying to say something isn't right, and then someone's chasing them down in the car, and they're trying to figure this out, and it just adds a lot of mystery, and then they catch them doing something, right? Well, guess what? ABC and Primetime came and did an investigative report on Dr. Joe McCord, LifeVantage, Protandim, which I'm going to tell you about tonight. And it didn't end that way at all. It ended up being all positive. And so it ended up to be this huge billboard for us as a company. And what's really interesting is, see that guy in the white jacket down below? That's Dr. Joe McCord. And he was an award-winning scientist. And he discovered SOD, which is superoxide dismutase, in the late 1960s. And he actually spent his entire life and his entire career basically trying to be able to figure out how to fight the effects of aging, and knowing that free radical damage is a problem. And so he had been working on this forever and ever and ever, and he came up with Protandim, which is our flagship product, which we call our little yellow activator sometimes. And so this was born and launched to market in 2003. ABC, like I said, came in and did this big, huge investigative report, and it ended up being like this huge billboard on the side of the interstate, right? Just blinking with all kinds of lights shining at it, saying, hey, you know what? You guys need to look at what Protandim is. You need to look at that we have options for aging. And what about doing this better? Like, what if we could change that aging process, right? And so what happened was everybody wanted, at the end of the broadcast, it said, for more information, go to ABC News, and everybody did. However, us as a company with LifeVantage, we didn't have a way to be able to get the product out to people. We weren't really planning on this to be this way, right? We didn't think that it would lead to this huge media flurry. So some people got their product. I think I ran into someone a while back that still had their original bottle back in the day. And it's so cute to be able to see the difference and the evolving of the product and the product bottle. But so we were trying to be able to figure out what to do. So while some people were getting the product, we attracted a lot of attention of independent universities and research places, right? They're like, hey, you know what? We understand what oxidative stress is. We know what free radical damage can do. We know inflammation. And if this is supposed to lower oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days, that's a big, big deal. So what ended up happening is all these independent universities were contacting us saying, hey, we want to spend our money researching your product to see what it does with this, 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 and this. And so as they're doing the research, we're still getting our ducks in a row, getting everything ready to be able to sell and have it out to people. And we tried to put it online. It didn't work because, once people stop talking about you, people kind of forget. And word of mouth advertising is one of the best ways to be able to market a product or market yourself or market something, right? And when people aren't talking about it, then they forget. And so basically, then we tried to get it into retail. So we put it on CVS, out on CVS shelves, GNC. And if any of you have ever been to any GNC store, you understand how overwhelming that is. And if we have one little bottle sitting on a shelf with all the other antioxidants and people aren't able to understand that this is basically flipping a switch to get your cell to make it its own antioxidants, people don't understand that, right? And so it sat there a long, long time. And it just really wasn't a successful way to be able to have us make a difference. And so they actually talked to the board. The board got together and somebody said, hey, let's get this into direct sales or network marketing. And they were like, okay, wait a second. I'm not sure if we really want to do that. They said, well, let's just try it and see what happens. And it just totally made a huge difference for us. And that was back in 2009. So we have been in the network marketing business model since 2009. We're publicly traded on the NASDAQ. We're a debt-free company. And it's just a really, really neat, big, big deal, right? So that's kind of where we started. But let's get back to oxidative stress. So what is oxidative stress? I talked about oxidative stress all day long as a dietitian, like all day. Because what causes oxidative stress? Oxidative stress is caused by like foods that we eat, things that we drink, things that we're breathing. If we're in somewhere where it's harder to be able to breathe, people think about Wi-Fi, EMFs, 4G, 5G, toxins, too little, too much exercise, medication, digesting your food. If you exercise a lot like that and you're using a lot of oxygen, just a ton of things can cause oxidative stress. So basically, what that means to you is every single one of us has oxidative stress, right? Every one of us has a lot of it. And it would be a good thing to be able to control that, because look at this. This is talking about free radical oxidative stress. And when you have uncontrolled oxidative stress, it can lead to issues in all of those different organ systems. Look at that. That's crazy. Like there is not really one that's unaffected, right? And you see all the little things around it that talk about the different disease conditions or different health conditions that are a result of oxidative stress. So oxidative stress is a huge influence. Inflammation has a huge influence. So what if there was a way to be able to lower that oxidative stress so that your body can work to be able to take better care of you and try to help you as you're trying to fight off different things, right? Wouldn't that be great? Well, that's what we have, is something that makes it to be able to lower that oxidative stress level. Now, one of the things that was really important to me, as you can imagine, as a healthcare practitioner, being able to have the research to back us up. That's what made all the difference. There are different products out there, different people making claims and talking about all kinds of things. And people would talk to me about all that stuff often. And as you remember, I would go through a lot of these products and give opinions and kind of give some information and see if it was worth it or not worth it for them. And our conversations ended oftentimes when I said, well, where's the research? Let's look at the research. And there just wasn't any research to be able to find. So that made a big, big difference. And so that sets us apart as a company because we have the research to back us up. You can go to pubmed.gov. You see that on the screen there. You can go there and definitely type in oxidative stress. back when I started 11 years ago, there were 86,000 studies. Is that weird that I actually typed it in and remember that number from all these years ago? But 86,000 studies. And I believe right now, don't quote me, you have to do it yourself, but if I remember right, I think we're at like 264,000 studies on oxidative stress on PubMed.gov. So very, very cool. And if maybe you're wondering how these are related with different conditions we see here, just type that in there. Type, osteoarthritis, psoriasis, and oxidative stress, and see if there's any connection. And it's just kind of a fun little experiment to be able to look at. And so definitely using PubMed.gov as a resource. And PubMed, if you're not familiar with it, this is a research resource that all of us as healthcare providers go to. Your doctor's looking at that. Your other people that are on your healthcare team are going to PubMed. This is where the research is that they're making big decisions regarding health at. So just really a good resource. So when we're looking at this, until LifeVantage came along, there really was no solution to effectively lower oxidative stress. I mean, myself as a dietitian, I'm telling people about, making better choices and different things to add in. However, we don't have that ability to have fruits, vegetable, vitamins, or other antioxidants to be able to protect your bodies as much from that assault of free radicals. And honestly, when I would talk to people about their nutrition and wellness, I knew that they would go home and do a little bit of it, right? I mean, it's hard for me to always behave myself when I'm looking at nutrition and wellness. And so knowing that some people are just not going to be as successful. And when I look at the potential of this pill and that ability to lower that oxidative stress is a really, really big deal. So this is it. This is our Protandim Nerve 2 Synergizer. This is what we have as a company that nobody else has. This is the research is done on this branded supplement. It has all 5 of those ingredients you see on the bottom. And it's working, all those ingredients are working in synergy in kind of like this secret formula, I could say, but it's really not secret. But you know what I mean? Like how a recipe, if you have one or too many things of a different item in a recipe, the cake doesn't turn out. Same thing with us. So we have the exact amount that we have here working in synergy. That's what flips that trigger to lower that oxidative stress by an average of 40% in 30 days. Turmeric, milk thistle, green tea extract, bacopa, and ashwagandha. It also increases that SOD, which I talked to you about. Remember, that was a huge discovery. Catalase and glutathione. Glutathione is a big deal, you guys. And when your body, we want our body to be able to make that, right? And it increases it by 300% is what the research is showing. So that's a really big deal. That's great for people who are athletes. They can train harder, recover faster. A lot of good stuff with glutathione and brain health. Just a really, really interesting combination of things fighting for you, basically. And the National Institute on Aging, which is something that I respect very much, they did a research study that was looking at trying to find a supplement or medication that was proven to extend lifespan. And Protandim was what they found to be able to do that. So really, really cool. We also have the NSF certification. So you have that safety background there. And then also we're approved by the BSCG, which is the Banned Substance Control Group. Remember, the research is done on the entire product. That's really, really something to be proud of because that's virtually unheard of. Usually it's on one of the ingredients like turmeric or milk thistle, not on the actual pill that I've been putting into my body for the last 11 years. So it works a little bit different. Like I was saying, when you're taking this NRF2 activator, Protandim, when you take that and you put that in your body, it basically is teaching your cells and flipping that switch, flipping that switch and helping your cells be able to produce antioxidants themselves. Instead of guessing, when you're taking a supplement, obviously we want to eat well, but when you're taking a supplement, it's just a lot more difficult to be able to identify exactly what you need. And when your body can make what it needs, what a big deal, right? And so basically when we look at antioxidants versus your body's own antioxidants, how I like to describe it is like my house, let's say, is on fire, which could be my body. And if I have a Dixie cup of water or maybe my water glass here, and I'm trying to put out this fire that's in my body, it's not going to be as effective as if I did the Protandim, which could be like every firefighter, all the fire trucks coming to my home to be able to put out that fire. That's the difference. So really just keeps working to be able to keep you, lowering that oxidative stress. And so this says over 20 peer-reviewed journal publications. Now we have about 31. These are the places I'm talking about, you guys. Like, check out these names. It's a big deal. It's not me saying it. I mean, we're talking Ohio State, National Institute on Aging, Texas Tech, Louisiana State, American Heart Association, Washington State University, Harvard University. I mean, just big, big names, right? So obviously that's one of the reasons that I'm here. And that's one of the reasons this attracts a lot of healthcare professionals. And that's one of the reasons that I take this every single day, is because of the research that we have. There's been a lot of media coverage too. We also have patents on the product, which is really important to me as a business owner too. Where people are able to purchase this is from us. And that's really, really important to me. And NRF2 activation is potentially the most extraordinary therapeutic and preventive breakthrough in the history of medicine, per Washington State University. There's a source on the bottom, but you'll find that too when you go to PubMed. And so this NRF2 activation is something new as well. And that's something else you can definitely take a peek at when you're on PubMed, typing that into the search bar. Lots of good stuff about in different books and articles, Circulation, the journal, the American Heart Association, Sanjay Gupta. Dr. Sanjay Gupta did a book about chasing life, free radical biology and medicine, just lots of places that this has been featured. So one of the things that you want to keep in mind is NRF2 is what makes us different. NRF2 is cutting edge information. As a dietitian, one of the things that I really strive to be is ahead of the curve, looking into research, and also trying to figure out where everybody's going and getting there first. And this is what I feel really strongly about, this NRF2 activation. And what we've realized is that's a huge market. And when we put that NRF2 to work in skincare, in hair care, personal care, we're looking at aging. We have different types of aging products. That's a way for us to be able to feel better and do more. So let's just start on the left. I'm going to kind of walk you through these real quick here. If you have more questions about them, which you should, because I'm going to just be brief, just reach out to the person that invited you on tonight, because they'll be able to give you a better background on them too. So the ones on the left there, those are our Protandim Tri-Synergizer. So we have the NRF2, like I mentioned, the NRF1, which is for mitochondrial dysfunction. If you have any background in medicine or any medical background, you know that mitochondrial dysfunction is a big deal. This is talking about energy and energy production. And then NAD and sirtuins. This is kind of one that I like, that gives me that feeling, that different feeling right away when I'm taking it. And so I just really like the ability to pair all three of those together, because we know each one is effective itself, and different things. But when we pair them all together in the Tri-Synergizer, it really gives us huge increase in how effective it is. Next to that is our Omega Plus, which is our fish oil capsule. And as a dietitian in cardiovascular nutrition, you can probably imagine that I've had a lot of fish oils in my life, and oftentimes they're not very good. And so one of the things that you have to keep in mind is they have to handle them very well from when they're harvested to when they actually put them in the pill. And that's a big thing that we're really proud of. Ours are able to trace from boat to bottle. They're more in that natural form that we're used to, like when you're eating fish, it's more in that naturally and easy utilized form by your body, which makes a big, big deal. We also have our NRF2 activated skincare, which there's none other like it. We have a facial cleanser, perfecting lotion, an eye serum, and an anti-aging cream. So a great system for you to be able to use at a much reduced cost compared to what these high-end types of skincare products, and we're very, very effective. I like to also add in that bottom one on there, it says the CBD Enhanced NRF2 Body Care. That beauty serum is our NRF2 product also, but that's a huge add into that skincare line. So definitely something to peek at. I'm excited about our whey protein. We were just making, what are those called? Overnight oats. My son makes those in the morning for his, and he would put that whey protein in there, and it works really, really good. It's a vanilla, easy mix, easy taste. We have a prebiotic and we have a probiotic. That's able to make it so that, the probiotic gives you that live bacteria to put right in your belly. And that's really important, because oftentimes we're kind of, combative from all different places for that bacteria in our gut. And that's a big part of our immune system. And so we want to make sure we have that good bacteria in there. And then that prebiotic is what feeds that good bacteria. So it's kind of like the sun, the water, the dirt, the nutrients, that helps to feed that. So really, really important is that gut health. And then we have a fat burn, which is kind of nice too, especially when a lot of us women especially are battling that middle bulge. That works great for that too. More of that central obesity. And then it comes our hair care line, our shampoo, conditioner, and then we have a scalp serum. Very clean. You know, when you're looking at our face cleanser and our hair care, that's another thing that's really important to me. I don't want all the other yuck stuff that other products have, right? And so really knowing that the things that I'm putting on my body, on my head, in my body, even with the Protandim, we don't have all the things that, you know, we have to worry about with traditional types of things that you maybe would find. Axiom is another great option for you. Really good because, you know, as a dietitian, I had a hard time telling people what good items were to drink. And when you don't have options that don't have either sugar or artificial sweetener, you don't have a lot left, right? And so this is a nice option. It's sweetened with stevia or monk fruit. About 15 calories, comes in decaf or caffeinated, really giving your brain that boost more. It's a nootropic, so it's able to look at as more of like an executive focus drink. It's also been developed for endurance athletes to help push past the wall, but nice way to be able to feed yourself well, nourish, I like to think, yourself well, in a low calorie drink without anything bad in there. And then we have our Protandim Nerf 2 for pets, for dogs, which is that pet tandem, and that's dosed based on size of your pet. And then Daily Wellness has been a huge rock star this last year. Really great addition to our product line, has a fermented yeast in it, but also has some zinc and vitamin D and those things that we're all looking for as we're all trying to make sure that our immune system is up to par. And then on the bottom, like I said, that CBD enhanced NRF2 body care. I told you I love the beauty serum. I also like that body rub and the body lotion. I like all of them. I hate to pick favorites, but you know, you kind of develop the things that you really, really like the most. So definitely a full spectrum of products to be able to choose. So let the person invited you know kind of what you're looking at, what you're more interested in. We have amazing product info sheets and amazing frequently asked question sheets. So let's say you think about being a customer, but what if you needed something different? This is what happened to me. When I went to the meeting like you guys are going to right now, I'm listening and I knew without a doubt 100% I needed Protandim Nerf 2. That was all we had back then, and then anti-aging cream. And I was younger, so I didn't know about the anti-aging cream, but I wanted the Protandim, right? Because I got it. I saw people that were really, really sick, like near death types of situations in a cardiovascular hospital, right? And so I wanted to make sure that I got my hands on this Nerf 2. Then someone mentioned, well, why wouldn't you want to do the business? And I was like, gosh, I guess I don't know. I didn't know a lot about network marketing. I didn't know a lot about, you know, building that business, but I always felt more like I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I got tired of working for someone. I wanted to have more options. What could I do? And this has been a huge, huge thing for me. So since 2014, this has been my sole business, is just being able to work from home and be able to have my LifeVantage business. It's been this perfect combination of having the ability to do this job from anywhere, a lot of social sharing with social media. I have no inventory. Everything drop ships from a warehouse and lands on someone's steps. We have an online shopping portal, which I'll show you here in just a second. And we also have an app that I'll show you too in just a second. So we have a great way to be able to get this in front of people and keep it simple and have minimal investment, which is a big deal. So we are basically offering leveraged income. And what that means to you is about 80 to 90% of our people that are in our business are customers. They just want to be on the product, love what's going for them. And we love our customers. And then we also have a network of distributors. And so we also look for other people that are interested in doing this position. Now, I don't know that I would have ever been that interested if somebody didn't say, hey, what about doing the business? Because I just never thought about it, right? I was just so accustomed to going to work, coming home, going to work, coming home, knowing I just keep doing that. And I really just didn't even think about having any other plans for my future or, you know, anything that would be different, because I guess that was just what I was used to. And this has just kind of opened up a whole new door to me by helping to use my coaching skills to teach people how to do the things I've done to be successful. And helping them as they're growing and changing and learning how to do this as a business and getting their butts to work. And so it's been really fun, but it's also fun working with the customers, hearing the changes, seeing the difference, and educating them on different products to be able to use. One other thing is that we're open in many, many different countries and markets for people being distributors or people being customers, but we also have a global shipping program where we're able to ship anywhere, which is really nice. So not only is this a business that I have in the United States, but it's also an international business. So let's say you're interested in doing the business. How do you get started? Well, one of the ways that you can do it is having a starter kit. This allows you to have the ability to start your own business. However, in my opinion, when I look at this, that's great and it needs to be one of our options, but how do you start a business without having the products to be able to use yourself and have a story, right? And so this is an option, but also looking at these two packs. So we have a Premier pack and an Elite pack, basically different pricing based on how much product you get back. So the Premier pack, and I love the free shipping, by the way, you guys, because it hasn't always been free shipping for our products. And I appreciate that tremendously now. I feel like everybody loves free shipping. So this Premier pack is $299 for that. It's a savings of $167. So what does that mean? That means the value of product that you're getting versus how much you're paying out is a savings of $167. It wasn't always like that. Back when I started, I paid more than the product that I was getting back. So I love that they've kind of changed this and sweetened that deal for you. So you get a couple of those Protandim Nerf 2s. You get a Nerf 1, an NAD, the anti-aging cream, a probiotic, and a couple of those Axios. So really, really nice way to be able to just kind of get started, with some different products for your personal use. And then there's the Elite pack. And this is the way I look at it. Like, let's say you were opening up a restaurant and you had every single bit of food you would ever possibly need. That's the Elite pack, right? So you're getting a ton of the product, you get all of these things to try, and you really get to get an idea of what is there. You also save a ton of money, right? So the Elite pack is $9.99. You get all that with product, and that's a savings of $923. So very, very cool. That's based on that total retail value. So a couple different ways. And, as you're looking at this, obviously, this is your own business if you're looking at that at this point. And so obviously you have to have some sort of investment, but what other thing besides a network marketing opportunity could you get in with such minimal risk, no inventory, and have the potential to have all these different growth opportunities and also great business opportunity? So definitely something to kind of keep in mind. Here's the website, you guys. So over the years, I've seen this change and evolve and just look really, really nice. And the best part about it is I don't have to worry about doing anything to make it look good. They do that for us. And that's one of the things I love about this business is I've tried to blog, I've tried to have a website, I've tried to do different things in my life, in my professional career. And it means a lot to me to know that I never have to worry if the website looks good because corporate has it handled. And that makes me smile. So I don't know if any of you have had any business where you've worked for, working on something on your own. It's a lot of work and a lot of things that you just don't think of. So that's our website. We share carts from there. That's where our product info sheets are. We do all of our business from that. That's included in your distributorship. On the bottom right-hand side, you see a couple screenshots from our new app that we have. And I shouldn't say new because it's been around a while, but an app that we have to be able to conduct our business from. And it works kind of like a ClickFunnels where I put in somebody's name, I send them some information, it shoots me back when they've watched the video, what I want to do next. I can share a card. It just kind of gives me these cards to be able to keep track of what's going on in my business. So it's a really, really nice way to be able to share media. Our social calendar is on there that we can share from, and just a really, really good resource. And that's, again, included in there. And this kind of shows you how we share a cart. So if I added Protandim into the cart, you see that share button on the top side there. I just click that and it gives a link that I can go ahead and send. So now how do you make money? Everybody probably wants to know, first of all, could I do this? Second of all, how do I make money? And if you can do it, that's up to you. But really remembering that this is the remote position where you're able to work when you want to, how you want to, what you're wearing, whatever, you can do it, you decide, right? And that's a big, big deal, especially now. More and more people are looking to be able to, have that opportunity to work independently and be more in control of what their workday looks like and their income level. And so really, you can make money in this business, and it's just getting yourself to work and making sure that you keep this a priority. And, it depends on different people have different results, but knowing that when you get yourself to work and work on yourself, work on this business, it's a great way to be able to either get paid weekly with our Smart Start bonuses, which is 30 to 40% back. You get launch bonuses as you grow your team. We get paid monthly, which is that leveraged income based on what your organization is doing. And so one of the things that we really, really strive for is a mentorship program. It's basically built into our compensation plan, because when we help other people be successful, we are more successful ourselves. And what better way to spend your professional, like me looking at it, my professional career now, than helping other people be successful and being rewarded for that? That's huge. Like, that's what we all would want, right? Is to help other people. And so being able to do that has been really, really fun. And that's one of the things that we have here. So it's a royalty commission that we have. We also have a generational matching bonus where you're paid on the volume of the people underneath you, down 5 levels, which is the second way. We also get paid on all the people below us down to level 9. But that generational matching bonus is a big deal. And then later on, you get a percentage of global sales. So they have a certain pocket of money that they're putting away to be able to give that percentage back to people that are in the elite ranks for all the global sales. And so really it's making all of these people that are elites really more open to being able to help hold hands and help other people in different markets to be able to be successful, because that's influencing their success as well. So just a really nice way to look at it. And I feel like when I went into this, I had no idea how to do any of it. It was kind of a learn as you earn type of situation where you just got yourself to work and just, learned as you went. And knowing that they have this mentorship program kind of developed in here, meaning, as you continue to rank advance, you get paid more based on how much you're helping other people. And just knowing that it's personal growth, it's kind of a personal growth plan that's compensated, which I really, really like. And how do I know how much money people are making? Now, when I started, I didn't have any of this, you guys. And so right now it's just such a nice situation because, like I said before, we're publicly traded. And so we have an earnings claim statement that we publish, and this is it right here. And you can ask for a copy of these too, because we have those available. But the average monthly commissions at a paid rank, a Pro 3 has about 5,000 in volume going through their organization. And if you look in the middle, it gives you that average monthly commission at that paid rank. It's about $581. And one of the things that we know is that an extra $500 can make a big, big difference for people in their lives. And so this is one of the first goals usually that we're trying to help people achieve the rank of Pro 3 when they decide to do the business. And then as a Premier Pro 5, getting higher up in the ranks there, that's about 20,000 in volume, and that's about $3,000, about $2,900 a month for that leveraged income. That's the average monthly commission at that rank. And then if you continue to go up to the first rank in the elite levels, that's about 12,000 of the average monthly commission at the paid rank. And so it just keeps getting bigger from there. And knowing that, you have influence on what your income is by how you're rewarded by how much you're working to, and also how much you're helping your team. And just knowing that, it just continues to grow. And this is a monthly amount, you guys. And so knowing that if you're a hard worker and you want to make some change and you apply yourself and do these things, there's the potential for a really, really big life-changing money here. So something to look at. But knowing that we have that support, what I said before about, can you do this? We have worldwide customer distributor support. Like I said, we have our app. We have business education. We have a system, an ITT system, monthly marketing calendars, and then we have different support communities, which is really nice. So why join now? What's the big deal? Well, timing is a big deal. Being a pioneer in the market, knowing that we have this product that other people don't have and they have to buy it from us. We're before Momentum. Momentum is where they say a lot of that money is made in a network marketing company, and we're before that. And so it's a really great time. The way I look at it is a great time to be able to throw my net out as big as I possibly can, get it in front of as many people. If they want to do the business, amazing. If they just want to be a customer, that's great too. But really knowing that timing makes a big, big difference. And why network marketing? Network marketing is growing like crazy. And when we look at the influence of direct sales and how many million people are actually involved globally, this is the lowest risk business model, lowest setup cost, distribution method, no stock, no staff, and it's leveraged off of that teamwork of people working together. And so it just makes this really nice combination. So on that note, you guys, thank you so much for hopping on tonight. I appreciate your time, most definitely, and making sure that you keep in mind that this is something that could be something great as a customer, could be something to think about as a business builder, and just let that person know that invited you tonight to watch and kind of give them an idea of what you're thinking. And also what other questions you need to have answered before you're ready to take the next step. Because it's really important to have those nice conversations with them. And I know that they're going to want to know what you're thinking. So on that note, have an amazing evening, you guys. Thanks so much for being here, and take care of yourself and have an amazing weekend and an amazing next month.